Yo, come on, man. We gotta go work on the Zelda animation. Yeah. I'm coming. I'm doing a little research right now. Yeah, 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes.
A few minutes later.
Okay, man. We really gotta go. We gotta get started on this thing like now. Yeah. I got it, man. I got it. Give me one sec. I'm coming. I'll be there. One sec.
3 hours later.
Okay, man. This is like getting crazy. We have to start like right now.
One eternity later.
Link, 私を探して。
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is another What If Pokemon video, kind of in that series, and today the character or person or thing that I chose was Zelda. Princess Zelda from the Zelda games. You know them, you love them. And I was thinking, okay, if Zelda had a Pokemon, if those two universes were connected, what Pokemon would it be? And at first I thought Chansey was probably a good choice because, you know, Chansey is like healing and nurturing and similar to Zelda in some ways. And then I thought, oh, hey, there's Celebi. And once I started connecting the dots with Celebi and Zelda, it was game over. I knew instantly, like, okay, yes, this is the perfect Pokemon. Because, as you might know, in the games, Zelda often ends up becoming one of the sages who helps Link get the Master Sword and defeat Ganondorf. And Zelda always has to deal with like time traveling, or light, right? And Celebi is a legendary Pokemon that is a time traveling Pokemon that like essentially just chills in this one part of the Ilex forest, I think, at a cool little wooden shrine. And you have to like go find it throughout time or whatever, right? Which is super cool lore just to begin with. And you know, so their stories, they're very alike, right? And I was like, okay, this would be perfect. A Celebi is essentially like a Zelda-esque character in Pokemon. So once I put those dots together, once I figured it out, I was like, okay, it's gotta be Celebi. But as you can see, there's a Chansey in there, but that Chansey is actually just like a stone statue, essentially. I was going to draw the wooden kind of shrine thing that Celebi is always near. And then I had this idea from the stone statues in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, the ones that you go pray to get your health and stamina increased. I had this funny idea. What if, because they look similar in shape, right? I was like, what if Chansey was the stone statue that Zelda is like essentially kind of like praying to, and maybe in that moment Celebi showed up and, you know, gave some magic or whatever to Zelda. And I had this really fun idea of like, okay, yeah, I'll just show them kind of meeting in the forest and just have them, you know, I had this idea like, oh, I want Zelda to be floating up, and whether it's like her own power or Celebi kind of giving her power and making her float. I just had this idea of them doing that, right? And they're kind of like in the forest, and there's going to be light shooting down, and it's kind of like coming through the canopy, and it'll be like a real cool magical scene that could be, you know, straight out of Pokemon or Zelda. Honestly, they really do mesh very well. And yeah, that was the original idea. I made this illustration, and similar to the Gandalf one that I did last time, I actually made an animation that goes with it as well. But this time I made the animation using the illustration that I drew as the base, and kind of just like added on top of it and added some animated elements to it. And so for this one, again, I did everything in Clip Studio Paint. And this time, sometimes I use my iPad to work on normally some of the illustration, but I believe this time, I think I did everything on my XP Pen 22 tablet, and just, you know, especially for animating, having a little bit more screen size and just be able to work on that is really nice. Once I had the illustration done, I put it into a new animation project, and I just started changing and animating just the few elements that I knew I wanted to be animated. And what I decided was like, okay, they're floating, right? So Zelda's hair is going to be kind of waving in the wind, and her dress. The dress was really hard. It's really hard for me to draw realistic kind of like flapping clothes. I know this is like I think a lot of people struggle with this, so I just did my best. I think I got it to something like pretty realistic. I wasn't working with a lot of frames either. I did this all in like animated on 2s in 12 frame chunks. So realistically, it's like 6 drawings that I just looped after that and kind of had it there. And then after that, I thought it'd be really cool, you know, they're floating in air. So this is why I love Clip Studio Paint as well, is you can just take whatever the whole folder, whatever everything is enclosed in, and add some keyframes on the timeline and just drag it into the positions you want them to be. And then Clip Studio Paint will essentially, in between them, it'll interpolate the movement and kind of smooth it out for you and make it look like it's really floating. And another cool thing that I did this time is I wanted to do the music like I did for the Gandalf Frostmoth one. And this time I played the piano for Zelda's Lullaby. I laid down the melody and the music for that, and then handed it over to my buddy Tim, and he did the drums and the rhythm and some of the extra stuff. And yeah, we had an awesome time collabing. And I think this track turned out really awesome. You'll hear it here in a sec with the animation. But yeah, I'm just really excited with how everything turned out, and excited to try something else in the future. But yeah, that's how I made this illustration animation, and I really hope you enjoy the final product.
Link 私を探して。Alrighty guys, thanks for watching the video and the animation. I had a lot of fun, so I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did like it, consider checking out some of my other videos and, you know, giving them a like or subscribing to the YouTube channel. It helps a lot, and I really appreciate it. But that's gonna be it for today, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.